Hello, good morning. So yesterday I have met with a friend and visited her in her campus at Central South University. It was our first time, just meeting up like individually, just two of us, because we have met multiple times in some events. By the way, this is a school. I think they have raised some geese or duck. I can't really tell. Is this geese? Anyway, we met around 10:30 and we started talking immediately. We didn't have like any agenda, unlike we participate some activity. We have first introduce yourself, and then we're gonna do this and that, and then conclusion. No, we just hang out. We just talk like friends, and I couldn't enjoy that more. So we talked lots of personal feelings in life, and I immediately recognized that my friend, her name is Andy, and I recognized that she's such an amazing and just powerful human who can observe her inner world and courageously share that with a friend like me. Like, we're not that close friends. We are not like, we met probably 2 years ago. We're not like lifelong best friends, that type of friend, So I just really appreciate that she was willing to share her inner feelings with me because she trusts me, and that made me feel really respected. And I started actually by sharing my relationship lately with my folks and my grandparents, and I guess that really touched her. A lot has happened in my family, as I shared in my previous videos, and a lot has happened in her family as well, with her folks, with her parents. She's from Inner Mongolia, I think, Huhe Haute. I forgot the name of the city in English, but it's the capital of the Inner Mongolia province. And she always tried to be closer to her family, and I shared with her my frustration and my process of improving the relationship with my family, my folks especially. It's really frustrating sometimes because you try to help them and help them to see life differently and help them to understand some things, some behaviors are not beneficial to their health and relationship, to their eyesight, to lots of things, right? But they're just like kids who rebel, who just resist your advice. They think you're trying to control them, and that's frustrating sometimes. But we young children, we kids, I'm just saying me as an example, I should do well myself first. My mindset in relationship improvement is this: always start from myself. I always improve myself first. What do I mean? Just like this beautiful lake here, you see the surface, so serene, right? Peaceful. If we all can remain peaceful like this lake here, this pond here, the water surface, if you can remain just like that when you are dealing anything in life, when you are interacting, communicating with your family, then you would not act from an unconscious state of mind. You would not act out of your impulsion, like your emotions, which always make things more difficult, right? Because your emotions will trigger further each other's emotions, like your parents' emotions. If you get so frustrated, angry, and you talk differently, you yell at them, you blame them for not understanding you, for not cooperating, and all that stuff, then they would further push you away, and you guys just will become like enemies. You would think each other is trying to just control each other, and you don't want that. Nobody wants to be controlled. So you want to talk from a more peaceful state of mind, just like the lake. You remain peaceful. You help them to see things from your perspective. When you are peaceful, okay, you talk differently. You talk with the higher self. You wouldn't act like really frustrated person, and that would always work better when you are not in a mood, when you are not talking so angrily, aggressively, compulsively. Yeah. And then understand, if you want to help them to see things differently and change their life behaviors, whatever, then you need to build a relationship first. Build a relationship first. What do I mean by that? This is the second step in relationship improvement with your family. So first, you must improve yourself and remain calm and peaceful in any circumstance. Second, you can build the relationship first. What do I mean by that? You guys become closer together without talking about anything. You don't have to talk about whatever you want to, persuade your parents to believe and change their behaviors or whatever. You guys just simply get closer physically, hug them, hold their hands, tell them how much you love them. Just help them to relax and open their heart to you by just improving the intimacy. You just physically touch them, hug them. I understand in China the culture is different. If you're from the States, you don't have a problem to hug your parents, most likely. But here, most likely, kids don't hug their parents, especially our generation. We didn't grow up with such behavior. Nowadays, like parents at my age would definitely hug their children all the time. I see that. They always encourage their kids to express their feelings, because we were just kids not too long ago. We're still kids. So we understand how kids felt and how we want to raise our children in a way that we were children, right? So I just told her that that's the second step. Don't talk about stuff yet. Just be closer, hug them, make them happy, and always talk about something, really important in a different setting. Bring them out to a cafe, to a park like this. If you guys come to this park, you all become peaceful, and you just talk much more nicely. You wouldn't be triggered easily. When you are at home, when you are in a familiar setting, lots of accumulated emotions and stuffed feelings would be released, triggered more easily. Yeah, lots of cues in our life will trigger our feelings. So be aware of that. Don't talk about stuff in a familiar setting, especially where you guys have argued a lot and had lots of negative emotions stuffed in that setting. Change the setting. Take a day, take 2 hours, 3 hours, just bring them somewhere fresh, new, open, comfortable, like this. Yeah, this would be such a nice spot to talk with your parents about some stuff, and then you can share from your experience how you changed, right? Lead by example. You don't just tell them to do what, and you don't even do it, right? I lead by example. I share my experience, how I observed my feelings, how I dealt with, a relationship. And then they would be encouraged to look inside. Always encourage them to look inside. But most of our parents don't understand this, and most people don't have the courage to look inside and face their inner problems. They always think problems are others, Problems are external. It's always other people's fault. It's the world problem. It's the politics. It's the government. It's the community. It's the, spouse. Never their own problem. But we must realize that sooner or later, it's always own problem, your own problem. That's the only problem we can change, we can address, and real change start from inside, So we just talked like that. We talked so much. I can't share everything like simply. I don't have the time to share everything. Think about it. We talked for 4 hours. Yeah, just by a pond like this inside the Central South University campus. I encouraged her to start writing letters by hand to family, and I haven't even started yet, but I will write letters to my family to communicate differently. That's another approach you can try if you want to improve your relationship with your family. Write letters. Handwriting letters works so much more different than just typing, sending a message. Yeah. Okay, and then I just had to come back with my family, my mom, early. So I really wish we could spend more time together and meet up with some other friends and talk together, empower each other. That's all it's about, friendship, empowerment, love. Yeah. I forgot to mention that I hugged her, just as a friend. Lots of people twist this. They think, you hug a girl, like a boy hug a girl, they must be like, becoming a boyfriend and girlfriend. No, you don't have to. In China, people don't get it, but in the West, I think it's a lot more common. I hug my female friends a lot in the past, when I was in the university. And I think of my good friend Cajun. I used to hug her when I meet her, and she taught me that. She made me really comfortable. And we are friends, we love each other. And I also expressed my love and admiration for my friend Andy. Just as a friend, I do appreciate, I do love her, right? People just get so uncomfortable when you say, I love you, something. No, it doesn't have to be erotic. It doesn't have to be, I'm trying to date you, I'm trying to sleep with you, all that type of stuff. No, you don't need to, right? Just like you love your grandparents, just like you love a stranger, you love your classmate, you love your teacher, all right? We are all fellow human beings. Yeah. We are one family. That's what I believe firmly. Humans are all family. There's no difference in us. Thank you for watching and listening. I've shared a lot. Now I'm heading back to spend time with my family. I think they are getting up soon, 6:42. Thank you. Bye-bye.